Marathon isn't for people who don't like their ass getting beat. Unfortunately for me, I seem to like that sort of thing.
Can confirm.
Talking about ass beatings, Bungie's overlords...
Pegging. Sorry. Sorry, slip of the tongue.
Bungie's overlords, the world leaders at Sony, they spent a lot of money on them, and they'll be looking for a return on that investment. Bungie has made a brutally niche game for a niche audience. The reality of these numbers may not be enough to sustain the years of development time it took to make 4 maps. As a great friend once said, and a great lover once paraphrased, AAA is dead!
I was like, ooh, who's this lover? It's me.
But I review games, not Sony's poor purchasing decisions. And my enjoyment of a thing is not predicated on a CEO being able to buy a 3rd yacht to store his supermodels on. Or Bungie's past transgressions. Oh
Change
no.
that word. Mistakes?
No. Or Bungie's past transgressions. On Destiny 2. Do I even still own that game? Genuine question, I spent a lot of money on all those expansions. I think I got klaus schwabbed.
Schwabbed?
Yeah, he's the guy from the economic forum that is like, you will own nothing and you will be happy.
I would read that Klaus.
Klaus schwabbed.
Klaus schwabbed.
My too long did not watch review. Marathon is for people who want ruthless PvP without the guilt of arc raiders or the autism of Tarkov. I like it, and I'm going to get my money's worth out of it, which is saying a lot considering that the dollar per hour of fun is blown out by inflation here in New Zealand. Here's the loop. Get a free kit or take gear from a previous run into a map with about a dozen other players to complete an objective for a client. Extraction is not always mandatory. Pick up 3 or 4 glass globs off the ground and have your inventory immediately maxed. Find a randomly spawned extraction point, set it off, and hope you don't get shot in the head and lose all your stuff in the time it takes to beam you up. On extraction, useless shit is sold and useful stuff goes in the bank. Complete missions for factions to unlock your skill tree, and gear stores with ever-increasing options, including free gear each day. Rinse, repeat. The menus in this game continue a rich tradition of extraction shooters having the worst menu systems in all of gaming. The first time you see it, the UI is about as comprehensible as a horse that thinks it's learned English.
Or about as comprehensible as you were earlier saying that one sentence. Roll the tape.
Transgressions. Consider the tape rolled. But after the server slam, it just sort of clicked. I don't mind all the fonts, but shortcut keys should work no matter where you are in this shit, not just whenever it feels like it.
He's a millennial.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
We love our shortcut keys.
Do Gen Zs know what buttons are? Or do they just wave their hands around in front of the iPad? The game looks and runs incredibly well, except the dirt, which looks like dirt. Also, it doesn't look like arse when you turn AA off. Sometimes I like my games without 3 liters of makeup on. The build crafting in this game is actually kinda insane. The amount of low-key abilities you can apply to yourself is boggling. This game makes me want to PvP. When I get killed, I don't feel bad about it. And I don't need to write a thesis on Reddit about the nature of man or spend countless nights rolling the scenario around in my head about how I could have played it different. I like that robots suck you off. They get you down on your knees and just jack you in. It's genuinely terrifying when the flying ones do it from behind.
Yeah, you expected me to
be like, whoa, hilarious sex jokes.
Well, guess what? I get sucked off by robots almost every night.
Every night! The game is more mission-based than find 12 mushrooms-based, and that while most missions are still just excuses to make you pinball across the map, they at least treat you with stuff like call down dropships to hack or windows to smash. Actual map-changing shit. You still need Glazglobs for your character upgrades though, but at least you don't need to Google to find them. Tracking can be done in-game. Your bank or your vault inventory maxes out so quickly, you end up taking proper kits out of necessity to clear some room. If we enforce this system in real life, hoarders would think twice before buying a crockery set for $5 because they'd be forced to carry it everywhere they go for the rest of their lives because they already have 2 plates at home. I like that no AI voice actors yell at me while I'm looking in shop menus. I don't know why I mentioned that. I can't think of any other game that does that. I like that Marathon hasn't also been infected with craft bench-itis. You can barter resources for gear, but you never need 3 different random pieces of trash to make 1 new piece of trash to combine with 2 other pieces of trash to make a rusty gun. Craft bench menu hell has instead been swapped with 6 different faction shops selling almost the same stuff for wildly different prices. They give you freebies each day though, which is good for kicking off your first run. And then I just stopped writing the script because I ran out of words. I've got no way of summarizing this. I think I said all my good shit at the very beginning. I like this game. I hope it continues to exist well into the future.
Moths.
There might only be like 10 Bungie employees keeping it going, but I hope they can do it. It's a good game. And thank you Patreons for being Patreons. You're the best. Thanks for listening to me.
Thank you. Subscribe and suck my
transgressions.